Here's the crypto market is in a fascinating spot right now, and here's why. We're seeing massive liquidations, over $699 million, 0 cents wiped out in the last 24 hours alone. Heavy hitters like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana are bleeding red with more than $618 million, 0 cents in longs erased. Nearly 275,000 traders found themselves on the wrong side of fortune, caught chasing the moon at the wrong moment. What's really intriguing here is the ripple effect on altcoins like XRP and HBAR. Critics are quick to dismiss them as duds, but let's take a step back. Bitcoin still dominates the market with over 60% share, making it the captain of the ship. When Bitcoin takes a nosedive, like the recent $5,000 0 cents drop, the turbulence hits altcoins even harder, amplifying the downside. But here's the key takeaway. This sell-off isn't a doomsday signal. The bull run isn't over. Markets breathe, they contract, and this dip, it's just part of the rhythm. Hold steady because the story of this run has more pages yet to be written. We're not quite staring down a bear market just yet, which means I'm still optimistic about seeing all-time highs across the board, even for XRP. Interestingly, we're starting to hear price predictions for XRP coming from Bitcoin maxis, which I'll dive into in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at where XRP stands right now. Currently, it's trading at around $2.13. Sure, some might find that frustrating, but let's put it into perspective. Think back to October or even November. Things have shifted, and there's more to the story than meets the eye. Can you believe it? XRP was trading below 50 cents not too long ago. Honestly, I don't think XRP is in a bad spot right now. The real issue is that we're all feeling a bit antsy, maybe even a bit impatient, because the price has been stuck in sideways motion since around January. That's nearly 5 months of waiting and watching. Meanwhile, Bitcoin isn't much different. We're seeing those familiar patterns, a nice little pump followed by a pullback. The recent price swings and liquidations have people on edge, sparking a wave of panic. But hey, this is crypto, it's never boring. Much of this seems to trace back to James Nguyen, who managed to move a staggering $100 million 1 cent in just 1 week. Naturally, the big whales have taken notice, aggressively targeting his positions. He's been posting these trades all over X, fueling speculation and drawing attention. Now, do I think James is just some elaborate psyop? Or are we witnessing blatant market manipulation? Absolutely. It's clear there's a lot of behind the scenes maneuvering at play. And like I said, I firmly believe XRP and the broader market are on track to hit new all-time highs this year. But let's switch gears for a moment. Price predictions have been flying around for XRP. We've been hearing all kinds of numbers thrown around. $5, $7, $10, $15, even $20 for XRP. And then there are the wild predictions, some going as high as $50 or more. Meanwhile, Bitcoin enthusiasts are eyeing a more conservative target of $8 to $10 for XRP, which they view as realistic. In this interview, there's also talk of Bitcoin skyrocketing to $250,000, 0 cents or beyond. Now, while I don't see Bitcoin reaching those heights, I do believe XRP has strong potential to hit that $8 to $10 range without much trouble, and possibly even more. Personally, my prediction for this bull run has always been between $7 and $10. But don't just take my word for it. Check out this video. It's from Altcoin Daily and Crypto RS, and it's full of insights. Definitely worth a watch.
XRP has survived many cycles, never been a better landscape. Solana has survived multiple cycles. SUI has a great team, great fundamentals. Let's just take XRP. Price outlook for XRP in 2025. And let me preface by saying, well, let's just say Bitcoin has at least a 1.5 to 2x maybe left in it. Ethereum could be 3 to 4x, with XRP around $2 today. 5x? $10 per coin, is that possible?
Yeah, I think so. I realistically think XRP will be between $8 to $10. And considering it's 250, so that's only a 4x. But I certainly think that's possible. I think there are people that think it could go higher than that. But yeah, I think that's actually pretty conservative, $8 to $10. I think, and they have, once they get their ETFs, and there'll be many, I think that's going to help bring a lot more money into the space. So yeah, I think $8 to $10 is a conservative estimate for a top.
So here's the thing, 8 to 10 might sound conservative, but I genuinely think it could go much higher. It's one of those situations where we'll just have to wait, watch, and see how it all plays out. The key is really tuning into market sentiment and how people react to price movements. But I believe once XRP hits a new all-time high, it's going to completely blow the roof off. We're talking about something we haven't seen since 2017 or 2018, a truly historic moment for XRP. Just think about it. Over the past few weeks, the buzz surrounding XRP has been nonstop. Yet many people overlook the fundamentals and focus only on the price. For instance, if I told you the last month brought some major, announcements for XRP, you might not believe me because the price hasn't reflected the magnitude of what's been happening. But trust me, when it does, it'll be everywhere. Let me take you back to the start of the year for a moment. Something incredible has been unfolding, and I want to show you. Over this time, we've seen massive announcements, not just for XRP, but for crypto as a whole. Yet, if you looked at the price action alone, you'd never know it. This is exactly why I've always said fundamentals don't equal immediate price changes. What they do create, though, is pressure, the kind that builds behind the scenes. These announcements are catalysts, setting the stage for future positive movement. Now, with that in mind, let's dive into the Masar Q1 XRP Ledger report. Here's a key update. Ripple has acquired global prime broker Hidden Road, a move that positions the XRP Ledger for institutional adoption and expands its DeFi capabilities. Oh, and one more stat to blow your mind. Daily active addresses are up over 142% quarter over quarter. And daily clock volume is up 74%, and the ROUSD market cap on the XRP Ledger has skyrocketed by 304%. The network is thriving with adoption everywhere. Sure, the price action may be down, but everything else, it's surging. These fundamentals and metrics are what really matter because they create positive pressure, and positive pressure is the force that drives growth. It's something everyone needs to pay attention to. Take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Remember the price action we saw between 2022 and that major surge at the end of 2024? What was happening in the background during that buildup? Positive developments, game-changing announcements. The same is true for projects like HBAR. These milestones may not seem flashy in the short term, but they're the foundation of future price action. It's all connected and it's all leading somewhere big. Let's dive into the growing momentum behind XRP. Beyond the buzz around ETFs, companies are racing to jump on the XRP bandwagon. Take Wimbus International Limited, a rising AI powerhouse from China, which just unveiled a massive $300 million 0 cents financing plan to build an XRP strategic reserve aimed at revolutionizing global payment solutions. XRP is stepping into the spotlight, no longer the forgotten coin of the crypto world. And that's not all. Hyperscale Data just announced plans to invest up to $10 million 0 cents in XRP by 2025, leveraging its Alta Capital Group subsidiary to supercharge crypto-based financial services. Big moves are happening with XRP right now. Two major companies are snapping it up, but don't overlook Vivo Power, a NASDAQ listed company that's making wave. They've announced plans to raise $121 million 0 cents to kick off an XRP focused treasury strategy. Talk about a game changer. We're seeing companies flip the switch on XRP and it's getting exciting, but wait, there's more. Reese Merrick, managing director for Middle East and Africa at Ripple, recently shared some big news. Through a partnership with the DIFC Innovate Hub, Ripple hosted its second XRP Ledger Accelerator Demo Day during the Dubai FinTech Summit. This event brought global fintech leaders, investors, and regulators together in the heart of the UAE. 4 startups took the spotlight, showcasing how they're leveraging the XRP Ledger to tackle major financial challenges and reshape the global financial system. The XRP Ledger is making waves, and the UAE is leading the charge. Adoption of XRPL is absolutely booming thanks to a surge in accelerator programs fueling its growth. There's a flurry of activity happening around XRP and XRPL and is showing no signs of slowing down. And let's not forget Hidden Road. Big moves are happening there too. Ripple's Hidden Road is making headlines by launching OTC crypto swaps in the US, paving the way for institutional access to cash-settled trades in major digital assets. But that's not all. Hidden Road is also expanding in Abu Dhabi. Pending final regulatory approval, it'll soon offer clearing and prime brokerage services for both traditional and digital assets, giving institutional investors in the UAE even greater access to cutting-edge financial tools. Ripple and XRP are gaining traction like never before. It's not just growth anymore, it's momentum. Adoption is ramping up, moves are being made, and expansions are happening fast. The excitement is undeniable, and it's hard not to think that XRP could be headed for something big. In the full-blown alt season, the potential for XRP is limitless. No one truly knows how high it could soar. Even Bitcoin maximalists are now predicting XRP to hit $8.00 to $10.00, a bold yet conservative estimate. If that doesn't spark curiosity about where this could go, what will? The possibilities are electrifying. Let's talk about XRP for a moment. Think about all the moves we've seen so far, and we're not even halfway through the year yet. One week after week, XRP keeps shaking things up. Now let's look at the bigger picture. Institutional adoption is ramping up fast, with major players diving into the crypto space. Interest from institutions isn't just growing, it's accelerating. So where could crypto be in, say, 3 months, just 1 quarter from now? In my view, the market is poised to climb much higher, and XRP will be a key driver of that upward momentum. I truly believe that this time XRP is poised to be one of the biggest winners in this cycle. It's going to be everywhere. In fact, it already feels like XRP has been dominating the space for a while now, especially since it surged past $3.40 during this cycle. Here's the thing, while fundamentals don't directly dictate price action, they absolutely influence momentum. They drive attention, they attract capital, they spark investments and adoption. Think about it, whether you're an institutional player, a business leader, or just a retail investor, if XRP keeps making headlines, you're going to take notice. You're going to dig deeper, do your research, and that's where adoption starts to take off. So what's my take on all of this? Where do I think it's heading? Stick around. I'll share my 2025 price prediction soon. My realistic prediction for XRP is between $7.00 and $10.00. And honestly, I think that's playing it safe. I'm aligned with Crypto's XRs on this. But if we're talking big dreams, my bullish target is $15.00 to $20.00. XRP has a massive upside potential this cycle. And here's the kicker. Many people are missing the bigger picture. They're glued to the price chart and ignoring the groundbreaking developments happening in the XRP space over the past few weeks. So let's zoom out and see the full narrative shaping up here. If you enjoyed the insights, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Turn those notifications on too, because there's plenty more free content coming your way. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, peace out.